Witaj ponownie. Hi guys, welcome back to the platform. Welcome to today's video. So we are jumping to today's reaction with 10 interesting facts about Poland. I have done some 22 interesting facts about Poland, and I think I've done more of that. This is a different one, I hope, and I know you're going to enjoy this with me. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, share it, leave your beautiful and awesome comments, and yeah, let's head over to today's video. I like the first write-up.
Beauty, it comes to us when we least expect it, although it is all around us. And when it's there, it usually is followed by uncertainty, excitement, confusion, and hope. And in the world, there are many places that spark these moments within our emotions, making us bigger and better people, enjoying the moments we have with one another, or with the vast scenery around us. And here on FTD Facts, we are talking about one of the most beautiful countries in the entire world, and that is the country of Poland. Hey everybody, what's going on? Dave Wapple here, and today is pretty sweet because, last couple of weeks we've been talking about, places like Sweden, and I felt like today is a day where we got to talk about Poland because it seems to be a very cool place, and I know a few people from Poland who are absolutely amazing. Now, before I get in this video, I want to know from all you guys out there in the real world, I want to know, what do you guys cherish most? Be sure to let me know what is the most important thing to you. Put it down there so I can read it. Also, for those who have just joined us here for the first time, this is a channel where we talk about people, places, and things from all around the world, and with that, we want recommendations from you guys. And with that in mind, a lot of you guys, such as Avandis Dad Heej, Hazez Hala, Zua, Mercy, Forgive Jonathan Jesus, and many more of you guys wanted us to talk about Poland, and it is a really highly requested video. So let's get talking about Poland, guys. I'm excited to learn about it. Sweden was cool, all the other countries we've talked about, but here is Poland time. Poland is the Eastern European country that sits right beside the Baltic Sea. And as of 2010, it is a country that has over 38 million people stretched out over a landscape of 312,679 square kilometers. This makes the country have 123 people per square kilometer. Now, the one thing that I didn't know about Poland is that apparently if you call somebody a Polak, it's a really offensive term. I didn't really know that. I always thought it was kind of like just slang for being like, hey, you're a Polish person. But apparently it is a very derogative and negative offensive term towards Polish people, but if you want a short term for a Polish person, you either call them Polish or a Pole. Now, even though some Polish people may take offense to this word, the country is made up of great people who strive for a better future. And Poland itself is a country that has a really extensive history, just like most of the countries that we do talk about. But with this history, it's got great moments and also really sad moments. For example, the people of Poland are really excited to celebrate their independence. Now, this happened on November 11th, 1918, when they declared themselves their own republic from Russia. And throughout the Second World War, this day of independence was banned in 1939 because of German influence within the country. And even though the Germans got their butt kicked in World War II, their independence wasn't celebrated again until 1989 when the communist government was kicked out. Which is kind of fascinating to me because I didn't think that Poland was going to be communist after the war. And speaking of history, we'll dive more into that into a future episode. But for now, let's just talk about some really cool facts about the country itself. For example, Poland has some many interesting features about the country. Many of you may picture Poland and see it as a lowlands or plains and not very mountainous. But in fact, that's absolutely incorrect because, well, Poland down to the southern regions has a lot of mountains. These are the Carpathian.
Has a lot of mountains, and he says Poland is eastern. It's not eastern. It's central. It's central. It's central. Sorry, guys. What? It's central, right? Let me know in the comment section. If you're from Poland, let me know. Is it not central, or am I just the one that is just putting it in my head? Yeah, I would like to know that. And when he talks about the war, like, yo, you guys, like, people are brave, like, seriously so brave. They banned your independence, you people still have to move it. After that, they push you guys down, you people stand up, they push you guys down again. Like, this zeal is just what gives me a lot of drive to do more reaction about Polish culture, history, and the rest, because it's just the zeal to fight for freedom, the zeal to fight to survive, the zeal to fight for your rights. That's what drives me to do more. Yeah. All right, besties, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. I'm loving what he's saying about Poland in general, and I'm seeing some amazing places which I've not seen in some of my videos. So let's keep on watching to find out what he has for us.
And Sudet mountain ranges, and the two highest are the Tatras mountains, and the tallest of the Tatras mountains that's in Poland is the Rysy mountain, coming in at 2,503 meters tall, or 8,212 feet. It is a great place to climb and hike, except for it is closed from November 1st to June 15th, which makes sense because of the winter seasons. Now let's step away from nature for just a sec and let's talk about Polish culture. First of all, the capital of Poland is Warsaw, and out of all the cities, it is the largest city with a population of 1.8 million people. It was founded in 1200 AD, with the St. John's Archcathedral Church in Warsaw being one of the oldest cathedrals in the city, and it is so old that it is considered a UNESCO site. And speaking of city ages, Gdansk has over 460,000 people, and it is one of, if not the oldest major city within Poland. Being founded in 997 AD by Mieszko I of Poland, who is the ruler of the Poles in 960. And when we think of Poland, we might think of Polish beer or vodka or just having drinks in Poland for a good time. And not saying that the Poles are a bunch of drunks, but like us Canadians, over here we do enjoy a good bevy. But as for alcohol, they estimate that a Polish person drinks 92 liters of beer a year. And for their drinking laws, you have to be over 18 years old to legally purchase alcohol, but keep in mind that's just purchase because I couldn't find anything that stated whether or not it was legal for people under the age of 18 to drink alcohol. But on top of that, if you drank in the streets of Poland or the parks of Poland, it would be considered illegal.
Why not?
Considering we're on the topic of drinking, we might as well talk about smoking, because smoking is banned in indoor restaurants, workplaces, indoor public places, and of course you have to be 18 years old to do that as well.
Good.
And the one thing that smoking and drinking have in common is that they are related to the healthcare system. The healthcare system in Poland is free for everyone and is provided by the National Health Fund. However, if you want free healthcare, you have to be insured, and that's usually done by an employer. Now, there are also private healthcare systems where citizens have to pay full amounts, but as their constitution, it states that everyone is entitled to healthcare. And in 2013, a study
Real, like healthcare is free. Wow, that's impressive, seriously, because health is life, and for you guys to be able to do that for free, that's amazing. I know you're going to go through insurance and the rest, but that's really amazing. Here in my country, healthcare is not free, it's not cheap. You need, if you want good health, you have to have money. Yeah, period. This is amazing. Like, yo, whew. And Warsaw, I don't know, I just love Warsaw. I don't know, I have a love feeling for Warsaw, seriously. That city is beautiful, okay? I don't know, I just have this, anytime I hear Warsaw, I just have butterflies, butterflies in my belly. Don't know, I seriously get, but I have a love for Warsaw. Alright guys, let's head back.
Found out that 61% of citizens have used private healthcare, as well as 91% of pregnant women. Now let's jump back to a little more culture, because one thing that's fascinating about Poland is that it has 14 UNESCO or UNESCO zones. Excluding the entire town of Warsaw, which is an entire site, the country has a range from cities to structures to churches to forests, and many of these places remind us of the great amazing story of the country. But unfortunately, one of these places has a story of darkness and regret. This is because one of the UNESCO zones within Poland is the Auschwitz concentration camp. Now, I'm not gonna lie guys, I had totally forgotten that Auschwitz was in Poland. I always thought it was in Germany, but I guess I was wrong. During the Second World War, there were 3 major concentration camps, Auschwitz 1, 2, and 3. As well, they had 45 other satellite camps around the area. And this was Germany's final solution to the Jew question, which resulted in the extermination of millions of Jewish people. As a matter of fact, these concentration camps were pretty much a prison for 1.3 million Jews. And throughout the entire genocide of the Second World War, these particular concentration camps contributed to the deaths of 1.1 million Jewish people. And they believe that Auschwitz was responsible for killing 1 out of 6 Jews that were murdered throughout the entire Holocaust. But however, the Soviets managed to find Auschwitz and freed the people on January 7th, 1945, making it International Holocaust Remembrance Day. And you may wonder, why is this place a UNESCO zone if it's such a very dark spot in our history, one that we would probably rather forget? Well, in 1947, Poland founded the Auschwitz-Birkenau State Museum, and by 1979, the camp was inscribed because although there may have been terrible moments in history, it reminds us to move forward and never return to these terrible times. But today, Poland stands as a very interesting country, as they contribute to peacekeeping missions, joining NATO on March 12th of 1999. They've also joined in relief operations in Iraq and even Operation Enduring Freedom in Afghanistan. And throughout the years, Poland has been moving forward to recognize individual thought and progress. As in 1989, it held its first free elections in over 40 years, thus bringing in a non-communist government. As well as one thing that's really interesting about Poland is they have 17 Nobel Prize winners. Their first one was in 1903, which Maria Curie won for physics. And on top of that, she even won a second time in 1911 for chemistry. And out of all these 17 Nobel Prizes, 4 of them are for peace. One thing that's really interesting about the Polish is that they have 32 letters in their alphabet. Although the alphabet is based off of a Latin alphabet, they have multiple accents and some letters that look like English ones, but actually sound very different. For example, W sounds more like a V. Have you ever heard of KGHM? Well, probably not if you're from another country, but one thing that's interesting about this Polish company is it is a copper and silver production company that employs 34,000 people around the world, and although it is owned by 32% of the government, it ranks as 10th in the world when it comes to providing copper for the entire planet. Either way, Poland remains a cool and interesting country to visit. There may be a lot of places to go, but let's not forget their food, which they're famous for pastries and pierogies, but there's also many historical buildings and amazing places to get in touch with nature, such as the Wrocław Zoo. It is also a place that is home to over 250 castles. That's a lot. And because of these amazing places, in 2013, they had over 15 million visitors come into the country. And as of today, Poland is the 17th most visited country in the entire world. So there you have it. That is a brief look at Poland. Most likely we'll get into a part 2, diving into more history and food and culture. Anyways, my name's But Poland, what a beautiful country filled with beautiful people. It is a country that has a lot of history and that has been caught in the middle of some dark places in the world's past. However, the people of Poland remain strong to be the best and greatest at what they do. This is the culture and country and people of Poland, who have given a lot to the world, from its thoughts that have earned Nobel Prizes to its great food. But most importantly, it is a country that reminds us that beauty is always out there.
That was pretty interesting. Seriously, guys, like, yo, I'm speechless. I don't know what to say. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed today's reaction with me. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Do you agree with what he's saying? I would like to know. And I'll see you all my besties in my next one. Dziękuję. Do widzenia.